What is up, everyone? Lunar Pony here, back with more Magic the Gathering Arena. The Marvel Superhero set is now released, and so you know what time it is. That's right, time for some pack opening. So I got the set, the collection thing pre-order. Basically, I get like 50 packs. I also went to a pre-release event that got me another set of packs, plus the 3 packs you get for when a set actually comes out. So I have 54 regular packs, 5 mythic packs, and 5 golden packs. So, let's get started. So, going 10 packs at a time, Marvel Superheroes, regular packs, here we go. Okay, so, got a Thor, God of Thunder. Okay, let's see now. Okay, so exile equipment, instant sorcery card from graveyard. You can play it until your end of your next turn. That's pretty cool. Then cast down creature spell, deals damage equal to that spell's value to any target. So, actually, you'd be good in a spell scene because just by casting anything that's not a creature, you can just ping your opponent. So actually, uh, I will look into that one. That looks kind of fun. Okay, got a Monica Rambeau. Actually, got one of those in my during my pre-release event. Like so, kind of pricey, but boosts up your creatures whenever you cast down creature spells. Ruinous Wrecking Crew. Okay, it's a choose X kind of enter thing. Hidden Lair. So that's just okay. This is one of the new lands. That's like okay, tap for colorless, or or taps for one of two different colors if it entered or if it controlled basic lands. So actually, for a new land type, that's not bad. Plus, you can splash it into stuff that needs colorless mana. Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur. Okay. Yeah, that cares about drawing the second card each turn, and draws you a card whenever you have an artifact enter. That's cool. Okay, Vision. Okay, more stuff about non creature spells. A double strike, indestructible, draw a card. Cool. Ares, God of War. Attacks each turn. Okay, so whenever one of my attacking creatures dies, I can just return that to the owner's hand, which is usually me. Okay, Ant-Man. Okay, draw a card, put counters. Remove counters, make creatures. Okay. Serpent Society, the card that people were kind of afraid of. Because, Ward, get 5 poison counters. Like, this is like the new poison commander. Okay, Ironheart Ironheart Clever Champion gives non-creature spells improvise. That's pretty cool. Villainous Hideout. It's just a villain-specific land card. Doc Samson. That's cool. That's more counters on stuff. Yeah, Iron Man Master of Machines gives you card draw if you have an artifact enter during whenever he attacks. I'm not going to be going over everything, just stuff that looks interesting. Avengers Tower, it's like the villainous hideout but for heroes. Speedball, you can, if you target it with a spell, you can create a new copy for someone else. That's cool. Let's see now. Oh, Captain America Living Legend basically gives everything a free extra tap each turn. Let's see now. Undercover Scroll, just another mana dork that can actually get decently sizable if you have some creatures in the graveyard. So, not bad. Okay, let's see now. Okay, got some get stuff back from the graveyard to your hand. That's cool. Let's see now. Anything else? Uh, sur- Surveil Land, but it's colorless. Or like a filter. Hawkeye's Bow, that's part of that infinite combo, though I'm not sure if the other half is actually in Arena. So, may not see as much use here as it could. Okay, so tap two, create a treasure token. I mean, if you have spare mana and you don't have anything else you can play, I suppose you could do that. Actually, I think I played against someone who played that. So, yeah. So yeah, that's it for the first pack of 10, or first 10 packs. Okay, next 10. Alrighty then, so got 3 mythics. Ooh, got the Mind Stone. Wonderful. This is Infinity Stone number 2. Not quite as useful as the Soul Stone with its graveyard recursion, but blinking is always nice. Or, yeah, blinking. It's just at the end step, so, yeah. Ooh, Mythic Wild. Wonderful. Tony Stark. Okay. Yeah, yeah, first side, he can look at the top 4, reveal artifact, put it in your hand. And his other side, you can just, like, beginning of combat, you don't even need to attack with him. You can put an artifact card from your hand onto the battlefield. Then, of course, equip it if it's Iron Man. Which means... Okay, I'm pretty sure Helm of the Host wouldn't take effect that turn. And also, Helm of the Host would just make a copy that's a copy of Tony Stark. I'm not too sure you can actually... Actually, I'm pretty sure you can transform Tony Stark because it's not an exile and come back transformed effect. So you could get multiple of these effects into play. So that that is something you could do. Okay, Alien Invasion. Beginning of combat, create a alien creature token. Okay, then put a +1/+1 counter on it for each invasion counter on this enchantment, then put an invasion counter on it. So basically, each turn you're getting a stronger alien creature. Keep in mind, this is also in green, so you can have token doublers and counter doublers. So this could get out of control real quick. And for 4 mana, you can probably get into play fairly early. So this is something to possibly look out for. Okay, Gold Wild, Fin-Fanged Foom. Okay, so cast instant sorcery spell that targets artifact or land, copy that spell, choose the targets, and puts a couple of +1/+1 counters on. That's cool. Gathering Place, it's another one of those new lands. Rare Wild, Armor Wars. Oh, okay. Draw a card for each artifact you control. If you do, each opponent draws a card. I mean, that if you're playing an artifact-focused deck, this is really good card draw for 4 mana. Even if your opponents do draw cards, then let's see. Now, artifact spells you cast this turn cost 1 less to cast. That's good. Then deals X damage to target opponent, where X is the greatest mana value among artifacts you control. So, yeah, this is a pretty good saga. And then, ooh, Unbeatable Squirrel Girl. Squirrel Tribal's new commander. Yeah, it's like, if you can get something that gives stuff haste and makes it so creatures can tap for mana, you can basically go infinite with this thing. Okay. Masters of Evil got the Villain Lord. Okay, Evil's Thrall. Just like yoink a creature for the turn. Okay, if you control a villain with greater mana value than that creature, gain control of that creature until end of turn. Oh, end of your next? Okay, that's an interesting twist. So basically, if you control a strong villain, you actually get to extend the length of the mind control for an extra turn. That's pretty cool. Okay, Misty Knight, discard a card, draw a card for each card you discarded this turn. Doesn't one of the Green Goblin cards do something similar? Okay, Iron Fist, if you cast a spell that targets a creature you control, it can basically tap to deal damage equals to its power to any target until end of gets that effect until end of turn. That's cool. Okay, so Killmonger, when he enters, you can sack a thing and then destroy a target non-land permanent an opponent controls. That's not bad for entry effect. And then, of course, it gets boosted up if there's more creatures in the graveyard. Okay. Okay, Wiccan, Rising Magician. Okay, cast non-creature spell, exile target permanent. exile target non-token permanent. Okay, return it at the beginning of the next end step, so it's a flicker effect. So it's like a lesser displacer kitten. I mean, it's okay, but although it also doesn't specify stuff that you control, so you can flicker your opponent's stuff, clearing the way for a all-out attack. So, okay, I can see the strategy there. If you have this and Displacer Kitten, you can blink your own stuff and flicker their stuff. Okay, Futurist Forge, it's another artifact that draws on entry and draws on sack. Okay, like I said, not going over everything, because a lot of this stuff is basically very similar to stuff that already exists, just in one way or another. Okay, Vision of Love. It's a sack an artifact to discard a card. If you do draw 2 cards, that's card draw for red, and actually another discard outlet for red if you need stuff in the graveyard. And red is somewhat decent about creating treasure tokens, so I mean, you can always sack a treasure. Ooh, Powerful Broker. Okay, tap it for each kind of counter on target permanent or player. Give that permanent or player another counter of that kind. So it's just a single target proliferate. Ant-Man's Army enters, creates a food token or treasure token. I actually did use that during the pre-release. Okay, so that's the second set of 10. Next up. Okay, only one mythic this time. Namor the Submariner. Got ourselves more Merfolk support. So yeah, power equal to the number of Merfolk. When you cast a non-creature spell with 1 or more blue mana symbols in its mana cost, create that many 1/1 blue Merfolk creature tokens. Okay, Super Soldier Serum. It can actually make something legendary. That's cool. Cloak and Dagger Entwined. Okay, so it's this like enter thing. You can exile thing until it leaves the field. Or actually exile thing from their hand and or a creature. Heroic Feast. Okay, create a food token, gain life, and just put +1/+1 counters on creatures. Pretty good. Okay, Electra. Shield Flying Car, Doom Reign Supreme. Okay, we got a plan here. Okay, when a villain enters, you control enters, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Put a flying counter on this enchantment. So basically it's a drain on creature entry except for villains. Then when you get the 5th plan counter on it, you sacrifice it, and then opponent exiles the top 5 cards of their library, and then cast up to 2 spells from among the exiled cards without paying their mana cost. Ooh, okay, that's pretty good. Like, if you can make copies of this thing, that would be amazing. Okay, Kingpin of Crime has Extort. So, yeah, this is just like a way to drain your enemies. I mean, it also has an actual effect, but yeah, I don't really care about that. I just care about the Extort. Mighty Thor Jane Foster. Okay, when she attacks, you can exile a non-token artifacted creature, then return it. Okay, so it's a bounce effect on attack. And then when an equipment enters, you draw a card. So I'm guessing the Thors really care about equipment cards. Captain America Wings of Freedom. Okay, so boosts up other heroes by its toughness until end of turn whenever it attacks. Okay. Okay, Iron Lad. Let's look at the top card of the library, and then tap to reveal the top card. If it's an artifact, draw a card. That's cool. Okay. Okay, Crossbones. When a villain enters, or a villain you control enters, boost it up and then deal 2 damage. Cool. Let's see now. Anything else? Okay, White Tiger. Okay, just power up to create a creature token. That's good, I guess. Okay, another plan death to our enemies. Okay, cast non-creature spell, create a treasure token, put a plan counter. On the fourth plan counter, sacrifice it. If you do, deal 7 damage among 1 or 2 targets. So basically, for 3 mana, you can get basically 4 treasure tokens and then deal 7 damage after your fourth non-creature. That's pretty good, actually. Yeah, I like that. It's just like good, not creature focused damage in red that also creates treasures. Okay. Let's see, I haven't gotten any. Don't think I've gotten any new lands yet. Okay, sack outlet in black. Man, it's kind of expensive. Ooh, got Pet Avengers. It's like basically like animal tribal. Ooh, restorative technique. I actually used this one in one of my games. It's like for 3 mana, gain 2 life, and get a basic land onto the battlefield tapped, and then also put a +1/+1 counter on the target creature. Like that's like 3 different very good effects in green for just 3 mana. You're basically getting each effect for just 1 mana. So it's like that's pretty good actually. And green does care about its counters. Green is so with life gain, and of course, green is all about getting lands from the deck onto the field. So yeah, that is a good card. Okay, next 10. Okay, still just 1 mythic. Oh, Path to Exile. Okay. I mean, I'm pretty sure I already have a Path to Exile, but it's like the special comic book artwork. Honestly, I would have preferred like a different Marvel set mythic, but yeah. Okay, Thunderbolt's Conspiracy. Not a plan this time. So yeah, whenever a villain you control dies, return to the battlefield under its owner's control with a finality counter on it, and it is now a hero. So if you have a way to remove counters, there you go. Got Serpent Society again, Winter Soldier, Icy Assassin. Gets boosted up for each equipment on it. And then he can also go from the graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter for a cost, and then then just put an equipment on him. Like, I mean, it's white black. You can very easily get him back onto the battlefield without paying 5 mana. Okay, Avengers Under Siege. Create some villain tokens. Deals 2 damage to each non-villain creature and each opponent. And then creates a treasure token for each villain you control. Okay, pretty good. Phil Coulson, nice. Boost up all your heroes. Super Scroll. It yeah, just it's a Wooburg villain commander with a. It's basically I think it's basically just like the Fantastic Four of creature, the Fantastic Four activated effects on one creature, more or less, kind of, sort of. Okay, rare myth or rare wild, epic fight, cool. Got another Ironheart, Origin of the Avengers. Okay, square 2, whatever. Hero card from of mana value 3 or less from the hand onto the battlefield. If you don't, draw a card, and then boost up all your creatures by 1. Okay, not bad. Okay, Black Widow Double Agent. Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, it gains first strike and menace until end of turn. Honestly, I kind of feel like that affects more of a red thing, personally. Or with all like the samurai and warriors and everything. Okay, Kang. Whenever you attack, seek knives. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Okay, got another plan. Whenever another creature you control enters, grab it and put a plan counter on it. On the fourth plan counter, sack it, draw a card, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature. Eh, like, this is one of the not so great plans. Also, how many. Okay, I'm up to 2 Mythic Wilds. Okay, that could be better. Okay, let's upkeep, boost it up, or remove a creature counter, draw a card. Back to building. This is for your it's essentially a mana filter for 4 mana, or a card draw for high toughness decks. It's okay, but like I mean, honestly, you're probably only playing this in a Fantastic Four deck. Okay, Loki. So for 1 and a tap, whenever you cast a sorcery spell, instant or sorcery with mana value less than or equal to Loki's power, copy it. Okay, I mean for 2 mana, being able to copy at the very least 2 mana spells, that's not horrible. And you can always boost it up. Okay. We're at the point where we're getting a lot of repeats. And that, like, I already got Hawkeye's bow and Ant-Man's army. I don't know why it says first. Okay, so next 10. No mythics. Okay, Taskmaster. Basically, at the beginning of your first main phase, you can basically just become a copy of another creature, except it's his own name, so you don't run into the legend. You don't run into the legendary rule. Okay then. Quicksilver Brush Blur. I just saw a YouTube short like, oh yeah, this is so broken. If you can get just like the right 7 cards in your opening hand, you can give him +20 with 2 colossal hammers and just win on game 1. Mind you, that's in standard, but yeah. Okay, Captain America's shield. I mean, okay, 2 mana for an indestructible old equipment that gives +8 in vigilance, or +8 toughness and vigilance. That's not horrible. I mean, yeah, it's not toughness. Yeah, it's not power, but I mean, +8 toughness is pretty decent, and vigilance is not bad either. Like if you have a really powerful creature but with low defense or toughness, this could really change things up. Okay, Daredevil Man without fear. Peek at the top card at any time. Then when you attack, exile it. If it's a hero, you can boost him up until the end of turn, then play that card. Kingpin of Crime, Scarlet Witch. Okay, a mana discount. Instant or sorcery spells you cast with mana value 4 or greater cost X less to cast, where X is Scarlet Witch's power. So yeah, this is another good red card, also pretty cheap. So whereas Loki copies spells, this gives you a discount for your more expensive spells. Okay, Vision Quest. So search library or graveyard for artifact feature card with mana value X or less, put onto the battlefield with X additional +1/+1 counters on it. If X is 4 or greater, it gains haste until end of turn. If you search your library this way, shuffle. Okay, so artifact searching or artifact creature searching for is that the white not white. Is that the red blue one? I forget. I don't really keep track of like the these things. Okay, White Widow. I mean, gets a artifact or enchantment back from the graveyard. That's cool. Ooh, Atuma, another Merfolk Lord, and actually gets you card draw when Merfolk attack. That's pretty cool. Okay, Hercules, Shuri. Okay, artifact discount, and makes an artifact a copy of another artifact, except it isn't legendary, so you can copy legendary artifacts. That's really nice. Okay. Give me a moment. Okay. Ooh, Ghost, Spectral Saboteur. Flash can't be blocked. That's pretty cool. Like, good for your ninja decks. Okay, let's see now. Yeah, Gorilla. Sack him to destroy a non-creature artifact or non-creature enchantment. Yeah. Last 4. Ooh, I got a mythic. Yay. 2 mythics. And a mythic wild. Nice. And a mythic wild. No mercy. Okay, so whenever a creature deals damage to you, destroy it. Okay, that's not horrible. Oh, 3 mythics. Okay. Ooh, Cyberdrive Awakener. Ooh, other artifact creatures you control have flying. Whenever this creature enters, each non-creature artifact you control becomes a 4/4 artifact creature until end of turn. Okay. That's not horrible. Okay, Worlds Within Worlds. So exile creatures. Players can put creatures from their hand onto the battlefield, and then put all the creature cards that were exiled into the hands. Okay, so it's basically just like swap the creatures from your hand from your hand with the battlefield. That could be kind of interesting. Ooh, Dark Fortress got another one of the lands. That's good. Okay, Human Torch finally got our first Fantastic Four creature. Yeah, this goes infinite with the other 3. Okay. Right, time for the Mythic Packs. Alrighty then, got Jennifer Walters. This is really good. It's a white-green, makes it so your opponents can't cast spells during your turn. And he has a backside, but really it's the first effect that you really care for. Ooh, MODOK. Okay, for 3 life he can connive. No once per turn clause here. You can activate it as many times as you want. So basically, yeah, draw a card, discard a card. Just if you discard non-land, give him +1/+1. He also debuffs your opponent's creatures by -1/-1, making him a really good combo with uh, that bird, Maha, Knight something. I think you know what I mean. Ooh, 10 rings. Okay, I mean, kind of pricey artifact, but basically tops your hand off by 10 at the end step, so that's pretty cool. Ooh, Cosmic Cube. Yeah, just like 5 mana whenever you attack. You just peek at the top 6 cards and then cast a card that's like equal or less than or equal to the greatest power among creatures you control. And yeah, that's just like yeah, that's really good. And then Avengers Assemble. Heroes you control get +2/+2. At the beginning of your end step, if you attack with a hero this turn or a hero enter the battlefield, draw a card. Okay, pretty cool. Okay. Oh, got a new Spider-Man. Alright, so finally the golden packs. What do we got here? Ooh, decent number of mythics. Okay, have that already. Have that. Have you. Have you. Ooh, Meat Hook Massacre 2. The long-awaited sequel. Okay, yeah, it's when it enters, each player sacrifices X creatures of their choice. Whenever a creature you control dies, you may pay 3. If you do, return that card under your control with a finality counter. Whenever a creature you control, when an opponent controls dies, they may pay 3 life. If they don't, you get it with a vitality counter. Ooh, that is wonderful. Ooh, Multiversal Incursion. Basically, for each non-token creature you control, make a copy of it that is legendary. Just great. Knights of Round. Ooh, Season of Gathering. Okay, so yeah, like lots of different effects here. Ouroboros. Okay. Ooh, Leader Super Genius. If a creature you control with connive instead, you draw a card and then that creature connives. And then at the beginning of combat, a creature can connive. Unfortunately, does not pair with MODOK. Ooh, Scientist Supreme of Aim for 2 life. You can copy an artifact effect once per turn. No mana cost required. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, Storm Wind Rider. Creatures with flying can't attack you or block creatures you control. So it's like an anti-flying card. Then whenever you cast a spell that targets one or more creatures, those creatures gain flying until end of turn. Nice. Ooh, okay. So Graveyard Hate, or Self-Graveyard Hate. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't really play this. I don't want to exile my creatures in my graveyard for like a 1/1 spirit. Uh, okay. Ooh, Absorbing Man. Okay, so beginning the first main phase until next turn, he becomes a copy of up to one target artifact, non or enchantment or land, except he's Absorbing Man. So he's like that other guy, except for not creatures. Okay, that's cool. Ooh, World War Hulk. Next red or green creature spell you cast this turn can be cast without paying its mana cost. Okay, so for 5 mana, you're essentially getting a free red or green creature. And of course, add counters and then double power and toughness. That's cool. Okay, Hawkeye Master Marksman. Ooh, okay, so when he becomes tapped, he can pay 1 up to 3 times, and then do these things, like a creature can't block, deals 2 damage to a player, and then cycle, basically. Okay, so that was the pack opening. Got a decent set of cards. I mean, got the Mind Stone. That was like the main thing to get from this pack, or set, or whatever. Although it's like there are a few other cards I want. I want Ultron, of course. Um, actually, let me look. No, not you. You. Okay, set collection. Collection. Okay, Marvel superheroes. Not collected. Okay, so what do I want? Of course, I want the other members of the Fantastic Four. Bruce Banner could be kind of crazy. Do let's see now, nothing here. That's cool and all. Doctor Doom maybe? I don't know. Oh, Mjolnir, I definitely want one of those. How many wild cards? 4 mythic wild cards, so gonna need to be careful with this. Ooh, Mole Man for Landfall. That's pretty cool. Although I also want to save a wild card for a Scoot Swarm. I don't have that yet. There's a thing Ben Grimm. That's another one I need. Kazar, like play land from top of deck. That's maybe. We'll see. The other land cards, of course. Madam Hydra could be good in a villain deck, just like create tokens. Wolverine's cool, I suppose. Yeah, definitely Ultron. In fact, I'm gonna grab him now. The Art Director was cool. I actually had that as my promo card. Super Adaptoid could be interesting. Okay, now over to Commander. Okay, so for Commander. But yeah, we're also not getting. I'm pretty sure we're not getting any alchemy cards for this. And actually, now that I think about it, the other cards would be in the Marvel Universe subsets. I had to check that out as well. Because I think we got some new reprints in the comic book artwork. Okay, so. Do, it's like Doctors would be cool if we had the Doctor Who cards in here. There's Totally Not Wonder Woman. There was that Loki in here that makes everything a copy of something else. And Namora, I mean, that's what, an uncommon. Could get it from Merfolk. We'll see. I want to see how much Merfolk stuff I actually have if I decide to make a Merfolk deck. Uh, boost up artifact creatures, cool. Oh yeah, this guy. Definitely getting you. Oh, there's other Namor. Ooh, Time Warp, nice. Dark Ritual, that's always a nice one. I don't have a Dark Ritual. I am getting a Dark Ritual. That's just good value in black. Yeah, so far there isn't a lot that are like, oh yeah, I need to have this, like just off of first glance or anything. Okay. Ooh, okay, draw a second card each turn. Target opponent sacrifice non-token creature of their choice. That could be good. How many? I have 11 rare, so I need to be careful with those. Okay, so I'm at red now. So yeah, usually, yeah, I know I usually end this after the draw, but I figured I'd take a look at like what stuff I didn't get, what stuff I might want to pick up. You know. Do no, although that is cool artwork. I'll admit. Um, yeah. Okay, there's Human Torch. That's the Commander Human Torch, not the good one. Ooh, Vision and Scarlet Witch. That's another one of those cast spell, add red. I kind of want that, but it's like I should probably hold. This isn't the Commander set, so I could just buy the deck. I guess. Like, I don't know. Oh yeah, this thing that's like the cast second spell each turn, then exile top library non-land, cast that card without mana cost. That's pretty cool. All right, let's see now. Do friends enter mill cards? Nah, I don't really like milling that much. Ooh, tippy toe. You know what? I'm gonna grab that. That's just additional tokens in green. I'll take that. Sauron, the meme card. Yeah, yeah, you could cure cancer, but wouldn't you rather just, turn people into dinosaurs? Ooh, okay. Different Namor. This one can, like, yeah, not creature spell, creative merfolk token. Okay, that could be maybe a better Namor commander, or merfolk, whatever. I don't know. Ooh, Iron Lad discounts non-creature spells. Oh, okay, maybe. I'm not really set on it yet. Yeah. Fantastic Four, yeah. Okay, we're into the artifacts now. So anything that is like really, really. Oh, that's the end of that. Okay. Now, finally, going over to Marvel source material. So we got some new ones in here. Okay, got an Archangel Thune. Don't have one of those yet. Alright, let's start from the beginning. Okay. Steel Shaper's Gift, like... Okay, that's an artifact search. Cool. 9 lives, that's not bad. Although if they have enchantment removal, you're basically dead. Oh, wait, no, hexproof. So it had to be like a farewell or something. Okay, that's not bad. Teferi's Protection. Always a nice one. Uh, do, 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 do. Counterspell, Lord of Atlantis. Ooh, that is a mythic. Yeah, I'll stick with the other Merfolk Lords, thank you very much. Oh, that's a Merfolk. That's a rare, though. Maybe. It's like a Blood Moon for blue on a creature. Oh. Oh. I mean, okay, not gonna get it yet, but that's definitely something I want to get, because one, it's a win con. Two, it's an artifact copier. Three, if you have a way of making it so you create more than one token, that's just getting you closer to the win con. Okay, so yeah, I think before. Oh wait, no, there's. Oh, I'm not sure what order this is in. Yeah, okay, it is in. It is by color, so there'll be a bit of the old stuff mixed in with the new stuff. Massacre Girl, that's okay. Rare, that maybe. I'm not sure. Okay, Chaos Warp, I already have one of those. Relentless Assault. Fire Emancipation, have one of those. Okay, Arasta of the Endless Web. That's Spider Support. Or, yeah, Spider Tribal. Defense of the Heart, that's a mythic. Really need to think. Like, what do I really, really need? Okay, let's keep going. Wait, was this a secret lair card? I forget. Like, were those placed into the Marvel whatever set? Maybe I'll. It is okay. So these are the secret lair cards. That's a mythic. That's a mythic. I'm guessing they're all mythic. Okay, so yeah, the Marvel secret lairs are now in Arena. Okay, that's really nice. Ooh, Aurelia the War Leader. Okay, I do have one of those already, so that's fine. Okay, there's Black Panther, Storm. Yep, all mythic. Captain America. Ooh, the Doctor Doom roaming throne. Doom, Doom toots as he pleases. And yeah, so that is the Marvel set pack opening video. So thank you all for checking this out with me. Good luck on your pulls, and yeah, uh, not sure when I'll do the next Magic Arena video. Maybe I'll do some gameplay, maybe not. But yeah, yeah. Again, good luck with your pulls, and I will see you all next time. Later.